Now, the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineup for your Indians. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination. Leading off, playing center field, number 19, Trey Young. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 9, Reed Kent. Batting third, playing third base, number 17, Madden Butler. Batting fourth, playing second base, number 7, Kenan Graham. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 27, Will Cavanis. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 4, Brody Thompson. Batting seventh, catching, number 6, Jack Cummings. Batting eighth, DHing, number 28, Tyler Pickens. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 12, Daniel Whitfield. Pitching for the Indians, number 22, Jack Howell. The Indians are coached by Slater Lott. He's assisted by Ken Evans and Caleb Goddard. At this time, we ask that you please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, can you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Good afternoon and Roll Tribe, ICC fans. Welcome as we get set for Game 1 between ICC and Coahoma. Conference play here in Fulton, an absolute beautiful day for baseball. I don't know what else you'd have to do to make it a nicer day out here. Well, there's a few clouds in the sky, not a lot to talk about there. Slight breeze blowing out of the ballpark today, but temperature-wise is Chamber of Commerce like day is. This is Jack Howell taking his final warm-up tosses here before we get the Guaranteed Bank opening pitch coming your way here in Game 1 between ICC and Coahoma. ICC comes in with a record of 20-15 overall, 7-7 inside conference play. That's good for right around 10th in the conference, so they're still in the chase for postseason play. Coahoma 9-25 on the year. There's 2-14 inside conference play, so got a little bit of meat left on the bone for them to make a push towards the playoffs there as well. So we're getting set for the Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here in Game 1 between ICC and Coahoma. I invite you to sit back, grab an ice cold Coke, and Get ready for some baseball this afternoon here in Fulton. A doubleheader. This one, as always, game one, scheduled for 9 innings. So getting set for this pitch here from Jack Howell is up and high for a ball. It comes your way at 2:02. That's a 2:02 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here in game one between ICC and Coahoma. 1-0 is the count. That pitch in there for a strike evens things up now at 1-1. Well, typically, Dr. Boggs is joining me on the broadcast today, but he is with orientation, the first orientation of the year, and looking forward to greeting all the new faces for the fall semester as that pitch outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. This is Gregory Fore, F-O-R-E, playing in left field. Then it'll be Colin West and Trey Williams scheduled up here. That pitch high, and now the count goes 3-1 to Gregory Fore. Well, right on cue, my good buddy Steve Diffie is tuning in. We talk about Steve Diffie. He's the only person that has the MACCCC plan on direct television. This is going to be a flare out to left field, and this is going to be down for extra bases. And so that's going to be a double to start things off there for Gregory Fore, and that double being brought to you by Metro Ford in Tupelo. So a nice start to the contest there as Ford comes in, works the count in his favor, and delivers a flare out to left field for the double. So no outs and a runner at second. This is going to bring up Colin West to the plate. West is playing shortstop. Looks at that pitch running inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. This is Jack Howell on the heel here for the Indians. Going to look the runner back at second, who now will take a minimum lead. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to West. We'll give you today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups in the exchange of the innings. West now working with a 1-1 count and a runner at second. That one in the dirt, blocked up. Throw down to third is not going to be in time. Matter of fact, it's going to get away, and that's going to score a run. And a good job there by Coahoma, cashing in early. So credit a stolen base for Fore. And then he will advance on the error on the throw, and that will allow him to score. And so Coahoma strikes early here, 1-0. As the count 2-1 here on the shortstop West. West looks at that one in there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count here on Colin West. Well, not the ideal start to the ball game here for the Indians. A double, stolen base, and a throwing error gives Coahoma the lead early here. And that one's going to be fouled off his foot. Then he turns around and spikes the catcher in the head with the bat. So everybody's going to get a little bit of a timeout here as the Coahoma coach will come in and talk to his batter in this situation. He'll also check on the catcher and make sure he's okay. And Jack Cummings shakes his head as they're going to give the batter here, West, the time to shake this one off. For somebody that's had a lot of foot and ankle injuries in life, that hurts. And I don't know, for those who haven't, you don't realize how small that bone is on the top of your foot. So if you hit directly down on it, especially with a baseball like that, that's going to smart for a little while. And it's very easy to break that bone. So good to see West able to shake it off. With a 2-2 count now, no outs and a runner over at first base. Howell's pitch popped up, but it's going to get back and out of play. And so we'll stay at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Coahoma strikes early here. They lead it 1-0 in the top of the first, game 1, scheduled for 9 innings. Pitch on its way, and that one is going to miss low. And that will load it up now at 3-2. So Howell getting ready to deliver the 3-2 pitch. Thought about it, held off, and that's going to be a walk. So a walk after the error allows the run to score. There'll be a runner on first base. Still no outs here in the top of the first inning. And this will be Trey Williams coming to the plate. Trey is the right fielder as Cummings wanted to come out and talk to his pitcher, kind of get Howell refocused here. Jack's pitched well this season. First time he's kind of struggled to lead things off here, so hopefully that quick conversation will help him get locked back in here with no outs and a runner at first. Williams playing in right field. That pitch runs in high for a ball. Well, the strike zone stays where it is, and I'm not complaining by any stretch of the imagination, but we're going to be here a while today, folks, and, well, that's baseball. So that one missing, though. 2-0 now is the count. That first pitch looked good. So the umpire thought it ran a little bit too inside for his liking. 2-0 now is the count. Howell with the 2-0 pitch. It runs low and inside. Now the count goes 3-0. Runner at first and no outs here. This is Trey Williams at the plate. Imagine the red light to be on here for Williams. It was. Howell delivers the strike. 3-1 now is the count. The wind has died down here at the ballpark. It was blowing out dead center during warm-ups. Kind of calmed down a little bit. No rain in the forecast, at least not for the next 2 or 3 days, as there's going to be a hit, and it's going to drop, and that's going to go for a base hit. Second hit of the game, as Williams will reach on the single, and West will head over to second on the play. And now this will bring John Wyatt Massey, the first baseman, to the plate. Still no out in the inning, and as soon as I say the wind is calm, then it starts to pick up here at Crescent Field. Give you the dimensions here at Roy Crescent Field. 330 down the lines, 365 to the gap. That pitch missing outside for a ball, 1-0. Plays 390 to dead center, but you got to hit it to get it to 390. Then 365 and 330 on the right side of the field. And really and truly, the gap in right center kind of seems like the ball carries further on that part of the field. As that pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Yeah, majority of your home runs are going to go to the gaps. As I said, the ball just seems to travel better out of right field. 1-1 count. In the dirt, runner's going to try to advance. Throw to third is not going to be in time. And so the runners will advance, being aggressive early as they advance on the wild pitch, as that pitch was in the dirt. And so now Coahoma cooking with grease here early on. 2-1 now is the count here to Massey. Big time RBI opportunity here. Indians looking for that first out of the inning. Instead, that pitch goes high, and now 3-1 is the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runners at second and third here for the Tigers. That pitch finds the corner for a strike. 3-2 now is the count. Nice job by Howell to battle back and force the count full here. Massey, the first baseman, will dig in, trying to guard the dish. Pitch on its way, runs high. They're going to appeal, said he did not go. And now bases will be loaded here for the Tigers. Still no outs, and we're going to have a slow stroll to the mound here by the Indians. With that, let's take a quick timeout here from Renaissance Bank and be back with more.
guys. Get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The umpire giving them a lot of time to kind of talk things over. Indians will break that one up, and no changes. Don't see anybody down in the bullpen right now, and this is going to bring up J.R. Isler, the third baseman. Bases are loaded, no outs. It was a double stolen base and then a throwing error that allowed Coahoma to score. They're trying to add to that lead here. That pitch in there for a strike. Whatever Coach Lott said, he might need to write that one down, as that was a good-looking pitch there from Howell. Well, Howell struggled. He's fallen behind the batters in the count each time. Is that's going to be a grounder? It's going to be a foul. This is going to be the first time he's ahead of the batter here with the 0-2 count. So no balls, 2 strikes, no outs, bases full of Tigers. If you're in the Indians, you'll trade and run for a double play. Of course, the force at any bag right now. Awaiting the 0-2 pitch. This one popped up, back and out of play, and we'll do it all over again at 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Bases loaded being brought to you by Max Home right here in Fulton and Sulligent, Alabama. That pitch blocked up nicely that time by Cummins. He has been busy already behind the plate. 1-2 now is the count. We do welcome those that are watching in favor of the Tigers this afternoon. Hope you're doing well. And also want to say a special hello to Adam Green, the SID out there at Coahoma. Does a lot of great work for you guys out there. So next time you see him at a ball game, be sure to tell him thank you for all he does. As there's a jam job popped up, and the shortstop will get it for the out number 1. But yeah, next time you see Adam at a game, be sure and go by and thank him. And no better way to thank him than buy him a nice ice-cold Coke. So with 1 out now, this is going to bring James Washington to the plate. He's catching here in game 1. He'll dig in. Bases still loaded with only 1 out here in the top of the first. He rips that one, and it's going to be down. This is going to score 2. Gunn's going to relay it home, and the throw is not going to be in time. And a big-time hit there. As that drives in 2 more for Coahoma. That goes for a 2-run single off the bat of Washington. That scores West and Williams for the Tigers. And ideal start to the contest here for Coahoma, as they've put a crooked letter on the board here in the top of the first. This pitch popped up out of play. 0-1 now will go the count. So you've got John Wyatt Massey over at second, James Washington at first, and this is Connor Timms, the DH, at the plate now. That pitch high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Looks like we might be getting someone to start getting loose for the Indians. Let's see a catcher heading down to the bullpen. Awaiting the 1-1 offering here from Howell. That one runs inside. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Top of the first. 3-0 Coahoma with the lead. That one runs high. Now it's 3-1. So Howell's going to have to battle back here and see if he can find the zone to force the count to go full. Indians would love to turn a Little Caesars double play in this situation. Awaiting the 3-2 pitch. This one popped up, back and out of play, right over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. Find out how you can help support Itawamba Community College by visiting iccms.edu/foundation. So now the count full at 3-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there, the first of the day for Howell. Got him chasing some high heat there. And now with 2 outs in the inning, runners still at first and second. This will bring Landon Smith to the plate. The 8th batter of the inning here. Smith is playing second base this afternoon here in game 1. That pitch inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Runners at first and second here for the Tigers. Now they're going to pick off the second. Throw was not in time. Easily dives back without an issue there. So 1-0 still the count here. Howell on the hill. That one missing. 2-0 now is the count here to Smith. If Smith were to reach, then it'd be Colby Baker up next, and that will be the 9th batter of the inning. So Coahoma threatening to bat around here in the top of the first. And now they're going to get the runner in time over at third. Nice job. Score that one. That is going to be 1-4-5 on the putout of Massey. So the Indians get out of the inning, but not before Coahoma puts 3 on the board here in the top of the first inning. Sorry, having to make some corrections to my scorebook here. So let's go ahead and take a look at today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups, and let's start with our friends from Coahoma. We've already introduced you to the first 8 batters of the day, so we'll fly through these once again. Out in left field is Gregory Ford. Shortstop is Colin West. Right fielder will be Trey Williams. First base will be John Wyatt Massey. Batting 5th is J.R. Eisler. He is over at third base. Catching today is James Washington. Connor Timms is the DH. And then Landon Smith, who was at the plate whenever the runner got caught stealing, he's playing second base. And Colby Baker is in center field, batting in that 9 spot. Pitching for the Tigers is Bryson Ford. You'll take a look at him as he takes his warm-up tosses here. And now the starting lineup for your ICC Indians. ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination, and Coach Lotz, hope he has that same winning combination put together here in Game 1 against the Tigers. Going to mix things up a little bit. Trey Gunn leading things off, playing in center field. Reed Kent batting second. He's playing shortstop. Madden Butler will be batting third, playing third. Batting 4th is Connor Graham. He'll be at second base. Will Cavanis will be batting 5th. He's at first base. Brody Thompson will be out in right field. Jack Cummings is catching. Tyler Pickens will be the DH today, batting in that 8th spot. And Daniel Whitfield will be out in left field, batting 9th. And as we've already mentioned, Jack Howell is starting today on the mound here for the Indians. Let's hear from Guaranteed Bank and be back with the start of the bottom of the second right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Trey Gunn is going to start things off here for the Indians. In the bottom of the first, ICC's got some work to do here. 3 runs in the top half of the inning for the Tigers. Gunn looks at that first pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Gunn, Kent, and Butler scheduled up. Bryson Ford at the plate. That pitch missing. Things evened up now at 1-1. Gunn has been red hot for the Indians, but more than that, he's been impressive defensively for ICC as that pitch hangs up for ball 2, 2-1. He's robbed 2 home runs this season. Made an amazing diving catch out in left center. That was one of our Water Play Wednesday plays of the week. As this pitch popped up, backing out of play. We'll go 2-2 now. So that one went way in the air for it to just now come down and hit the top of the awning here. So 2-2 now is the count here to Gunn. He was a two-sport athlete last year, opted not to play football this season. And he swings on this one, pops it up and out of play, and we'll sit at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Gunn trying to get things started here for the Indians. In the bottom of the first, they trail it 3-0. Gunn lifts one. It's going to be a line out throw to center field. Thought for a second it might have a chance to drop, but nice job out there in center field by Baker to run underneath that one and record out number 1.
Number 9, Reed Kent.
So now this will bring Reed Kent to the plate here for the Indians. Kent playing shortstop. That's pretty much where he's been his entire career here at ICC. Listen to that pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Well, Ford is doing an excellent job of filling up the strike zone here. He's got some different action on his pitches. Some of them drift up high. See a lot of it's breaking stuff. Kind of goes from over the top to a little bit of a sidearm throw as well. So that pitch runs it. Ooh. Called a strike. Boy, for Jack Howell, you like to ask the umpire, hey, where was that on a couple of pitches I had in the top half of the inning? 1-2 pitch. That one runs inside. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the first. As this is Kent at the dish here for the Indians. That pitch missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss after working inside, and then trying to go outside to get him a chase there. Good eye on the part of Kent to hold off on that one. Count goes full now. Here to the sophomore shortstop. That pitch high, and the Indians will get a walk. Runner on first with 1 out now. This will bring Madden Butler to the dish.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 17, Madden Butler.
So Butler will dig in with 1 out and a runner on first. Indians trailing it 3-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. That breaking pitch dips back in for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Butler. Well, this ball game is moving at a pace of an easy like Sunday morning. Nobody in a hurry whatsoever. As Butler rips that one, and it's going to be a fair ball down the line. This is going to get Kent rounding second. Butler will head to second, and he will be in with a stand-up double. A big-time hit there by Butler. Just ripped that one down the line. Now ICC trying to get something going here with 1 out in the inning.
Coming up to bat for the Indians.
Now with runners at second and third.
Graham.
And this will bring up the second baseman, Cannon Graham, to the plate. Graham's one of those guys that if you leave something hanging in the zone, he can tie this ball game up in a hurry. That pitch at the knees, called a strike. 0-1 now is the count here to the second baseman, Graham. Well, the Indians need to cash in, at least get 1 run on the board. Would like to get a crooked letter to bounce back in this one after giving up 3 in the top half of the inning. Graham rips that one. First baseman is in the right spot at the right time, but it will drive in a run there for the Indians. So ICC does get that run. 3 unassisted on the putout, but an RBI for Graham as that scores Kent.
Number 27,
2 outs now. With Will Cavanis coming to the plate, the runner was able to advance from second to third in that situation. So a big-time situation here with 2 outs in the inning. Cavanis, who's playing first base, will dig in here to try to extend the inning. Indians trailing at 3-1. Big, healthy swing and a miss. Got a piece of it, fouled it off. The umpire's going to kind of walk that one out there. Didn't know if it was deflected off the catcher, so giving him a kind of a chance to collect himself. 0-1 is the count here to Cavanis. Got Butler over at third. He doubled. As there's a big swing and a miss there for Cavanis. So now he's behind the count here, 0-2, and that's one thing Ford did well early on, was getting ahead of the batters. Not a bad pitch there, fell off the table a bit too soon. Couldn't get Cavanis to chase. And 1-2 now is the count here to the first baseman. One-two pitch, that one goes high. 2-2 now is the count. Waiting the 2-2 offering. That one in the dirt. Count goes full, so a nice job by Cavanis. After falling behind 0-2, able to rally back and force the count full here. So waiting the 3-2 pitch. Breaking pitch, and it hangs up outside. Nice frame job, but just couldn't bait the umpire into pulling the chain on that one. Second walk of the inning.
Number 4, Brody Thompson.
That was, second walk of the inning by Ford. So now runners on the corners here for the Indians. And this will bring up the right fielder, Brody Thompson. So tying run is at first right now here for the Indians. He rips that one, and the left fielder slips, trying to adjust to it, but gets up quickly. And the Indians get a clutch 2-out hit there to make it a 3-2 game.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 6, Jack Cummings.
So that scored Butler. And so runners now at second and first. And this is going to be Jack Cummings coming to the plate. He's catching today. Would love to help out his battery mate with the base hit here. Breaking pitch falls off the table a bit too soon. 1-0 is the count here to Cummings. So 1-0 is the count. That one skips across. 2-0 now. Third baseman playing pretty tight down the line on Cummings. Second baseman, see how far he shifts, but he's pretty much playing up the middle, trying to keep the runner tight. So if he can get a little flare out to right field, could be trouble. As that pitch missing outside for a ball. 3-0 is the count. So 3-0 count here on Cummings. Imagine he would have the red light here. And that's going to be a strike call. Some of those that sometimes it's automatic whenever it's a 3-0 count. I think that's how that one was there, as that one looked a little low and outside, but 3-1 now is the count here to Cummings. And that one going to be up a little bit. That one looked pretty good. But now bases are full of Indians. As we talked about, bases loaded being brought to you by Max Home here in Fulton and Sulligent, Alabama. If you're looking for a job, well, Max Home is looking for you. MaxHome.com. So that walk to Cummings, third walk of the inning. And this is going to bring up Tyler Pickens, the DH here. 2 outs, bases full of Indians. ICC trying to spark a 2-out rally here. They trail it 3-2. Pickens looks at that pitch right down the middle. 0-1 is the count. First time that first pitch has not been something breaking. A little bit of a fastball. Still had a wicked tail on the end of it. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. 0-2 now is the count here to Pickens. So 0-2 is the count here to Tyler. That pitch just a bit outside, and that's going to allow the run to score, and ICC ties it up at 3. So the wild pitch allows Cavanis to score. Runners advance as well. And so 3-3 is the score here. 1-2 is the count. Still 2 outs in the inning. Indians trying to come up with a 2-out hit. Tigers looking for the exit. Swinging and a miss for strike 3 in a clutch. Renaissance Bank strikeout to end the inning. It was an inning that lasted 31 minutes between the two, as both teams sent 8 batters to the plate. 3-3 is your score. We'll take a break here. A few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again, with passion burning in my veins.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Giving them a lot of time to warm up between innings here. ICC scores 3 in the bottom half of the inning to tie things up. In the top of the first, it was a double by Gregory Ford. Then he stole a base and scored on a throwing error. Colin West walked. John Wyatt Macy walked. Both scored on a single by James Washington. That was in the top half of the inning for ICC. It was a walk to Kent and then a double by Butler. A ground out to first by Graham scored Kent. And then it was Butler that scored on the wild pitch, and then an RBI single by Cavanis, and that's where we're at now, 3-all. Top of the second, 8-9-1 batters due up here for the Tigers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. This is Smith. He was at bat in the previous inning when the runner was caught trying to steal to end the inning. And he's quickly behind the count, 0-2 here. Awaiting the 0-2 pitch. That one runs high. Couldn't get him to chase one there. 1-2 now is the count on Smith. Smith, Baker, and Ford scheduled up here in the top of the second. And that one just missing low. 2-2 now is the count here to Smith. 2-2 pitch. This one lifted deep left field, and it is gone. It's going to be a solo home run off the bat of Smith to start the inning. And celebrating, gets tripped up a little bit, rounding third, and will come home. And Coahoma answers quickly in the top of the second. And it's now 4-3 Tigers. Well, fans, sit back, grab an ice-cold Coke or two, as this one is shaping up to be another marathon here at Crescent Field. As now this will be Baker coming to the plate. He's playing in center field. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Baker. This pitch fouled off, straight back off the netting. 1-1 now is the count here to Baker. Curveball, beautiful. Breaking in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Breaking pitch hangs up just out of the zone there. 2-2 now is the count here to Baker. 2-2 pitch. This one ripped left side, and left fielder will make the running catch. Nice play out there in left field by Daniel Whitfield. A long running catch to retire Baker, and now we'll flip it back to the top of the order with Ford, who doubled to start the game, stole a base, and came around to score on an error back in the top of the first. So 2 out now for Ford. Big, healthy swing and a miss. 0-1 is the count there to the left fielder. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. That breaking pitch, and that one caught a strike. Well, that one was up, and the previous batter caught a ball, but umpire liked that one. Maybe the batter a little bit taller than the last one. 0-2 pitch. There's strike 3.
Up to bat, number 7.
Excuse me, I had that as 2 outs, but that was only 1. Now that's 2 outs. As that was the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And now this will bring West to the plate. So with 2 away, West will dig in, trying to spark the bats here for a 2-out rally. Swings on the first one he sees, lifts this one. Center fielder is going to drift back, camp underneath it, and squeeze it for the out. So a much better inning there. Nice job by Howell to rebound. Yes, he gave away a solo home run to start the inning, but he's able to bounce back and get 3 quick outs there for a quick top of the second. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Hey, I'm going to order some overpriced pizza.
Don't do that. Order Little Caesars new Detroit-style slices and sticks for only $4.99.
You can have it all to yourself, human friend.
I'll take one.
Not a coat rack.
Me too.
I am a living, breathing deer.
I definitely want one.
Nice umbrella, bucko. Get new Detroit-style deep dish slices and sticks for $4.99. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the second inning for ICC. 9-1-2 batters due up. Daniel Whitfield will be getting his first bat of the game. Made a nice running catch out in left field to rob Baker of an extra base hit there in the top half of the inning. But it was a solo home run by Landon Smith that gives Coahoma this 4-3 lead here as we head to the bottom of the second. That first pitch high for a ball. Ford on the bump here as this pitch popped up. And second baseman going back and will make the play. One of those that the center fielder had ran in tight enough that if he lost it for a second, he was going to be able to be there. So Whitfield
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 19,
fouls out to the second baseman in shallow center. And now we'll bring it to the top part of the lineup here in Trey Gunn. Gunn lined out on a hard hit ball to center. Breaking pitch is a beauty in there for a strike. You got to be patient today. Is a lot of breaking pitches you're going to see in the Indians lineup as that ball hops across. 1-1 now is the count. Now, if you can ever pick up on something when that breaking ball is coming and be patient, you can make forward play pay, but he's doing a good job of mixing things up today. 1-1 pitch. That one high and outside. 2-1 now is the count. The Indians will be back in action Saturday. Is that pitch missing for a ball? 3-1 now is the count. So be back here Saturday against Colin. So you want to make sure you can come out here Saturday, enjoy some baseball. If not, we'll be right back here on the Red Channel. And that pitch finds the outer edge for a strike. Gunn thought that was ball 4. Had tossed his bat and now have to go back and retrieve it. 3-2 now is the count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the second. ICC trailing by a run. Again, that he called that a ball earlier. And now he calls it strike 3. So Gunn will go down looking at strike 3. Second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day, second out of the inning. So anything in the attic today you've got to be careful on, as we've seen it basically both ways. As that pitch missing low for a ball, and as my good buddy Steve Diffie likes to say, at the end of the day, consistency is all that matters, even if they're inconsistently inconsistent. As that pitch missing low for ball 2. So that breaking pitch in the upper part of the strike zone, even an inch or two above it, it's going to be interesting, as that's going to be a hit batter. So Kent will head down to first, walked in his first appearance. Now will head down after being hit by a pitch. And this will bring Madden Butler, who doubled and scored on a wild pitch.
Butler.
So 2 outs. Runner at first, Butler at the dish. Indians trying to spark a 2-out rally here. Be a little soft toss over to first. Wasn't really anything difficult, as time should be taken here as the ball from the dugout, or excuse me, bullpen. Nope, somebody from Coahoma is going to chase it down, but whoever's getting loose in the bullpen for Coahoma, well, they launched one into the playing field, all the way down to the dugout of the Tigers. As that pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Butler. 1-0 is the count. 2 outs and a runner at first. That pitch missing outside. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs and a runner at first here for the Indians. They trail at 4-3. Butler takes a healthy chop at that one, couldn't find it. 2-1 now is the count here to the third baseman. Well, if you're in the area, plenty of room here at the ballpark to come watch some Wednesday afternoon baseball. Absolute beautiful day here in Fulton. As that pitch, boy, that had a little bit of a double break to it that time, as Butler chases one low. 2-2 now is the count. So waiting the 2-2 offering. Runner goes. That pitch is outside. The throw down is not going to be in time and actually get away, but not far enough to allowed Kent to advance in that situation. So a stolen base there for Reed, and now the Indians have the tying run in scoring position. Honestly didn't think the catcher was going to throw at that time. So now the count full, 3-2 here with 2 outs. Ford looking for the exit. Butler trying to extend the inning. This one hit hard out to right field, but the right fielder will chase underneath it and get the out. So Coahoma able to pitch around a 2-out hit batter as a line out to right field will end the inning. We've played 2 in Fulton. Coahoma leads it 4-3. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. Let'sGoICC.com and Let'sGoICCTV.com, your front row seat for all things ICC.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it. A Coke Zero and
Okay.
a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the third inning. Coahoma leading it 4-3 after a solo home run by Landon Smith to start the top of the second. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 batters to up here for the Tigers. Howell still on the hill here, settling down nicely after a rough first inning. As this will be Williams, who singled and scored a run. As he hits one to the left side, it's going to be trouble. Butler across the way, and what a play. Impressive there by the third baseman, Madden Butler. That was not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Just showed off that cannon that a lot of people mistake as his right arm there for the first out of the inning. That pitch in there for a strike, and getting a defensive play like that seems to have charged up Howell here as he zips that one in there for strike one. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. One ball, one strike, one out. Top of the third. Coahoma up 4-3. That pitch missing outside. The umpire not giving the corners today to either pitcher so far in the contest. Howell keeps trying to work for that outer edge, just hasn't earned the respect of the umpire just yet. That one low. 3-1 now is the count here to Massey. He walked but was erased trying to steal to end the first inning. So that pitch high for a ball, and now he walks. Well, couldn't follow up the nice defensive play there by Butler. Second time today Massey has walked in that situation. And now this will bring up the third baseman, Isler. He popped up to the shortstop for the first out of the first inning. So he'll dig in here with a runner at first and one out. That pitch runs low and inside. 1-0 is the count here to Isler. One ball, no strikes, one out, runner at first. Coahoma up 4-3 here in game one. We're in the top of the third. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. But he likes that side of the plate to right-handed batters, not so much lefties. So both these pitchers may have to adjust to trying to work on the inner part of the plate. Waiting the 1-1 pitch instead. Toss over to first is not in time. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. As we talked about, Isler popped up to shorten his only at bat so far in the contest. Breaking pitch, and again, that's that zone that you just don't know what the umpire's going to call today. He has called it a ball, he's called it a strike, and that one looked pretty good. So what do you need? 2-1 pitch here. This one flare down, and it'll get through the gap, and then it'll go for a base hit. Well, a nice at bat that time by Isler. Eventually found a way to kind of just go with what he got. A little bit of a pitch on the inside and fought it off. Got it out to right field, and now runners at second and first with 1 out. And here comes trouble. This is James Washington. Hit the ball hard his last time up. Had a runner in front of him, so he had to check up for a single, but he did drive in 2 runs before being left stranded back in the first inning. Indians would love to turn 2 here. That ball gets away, and the runners will advance. So now a big-time opportunity here for Washington. If he can come up with another hit here, he could possibly push across 2 more runs. So 1-0 is the count here to Washington. He's catching today. Howell's pitch. That one's low and gets away, and the runner will come from third, and he will score. So Coahoma attacks on another run. As that pitch got away, hitting the dirt, so I have to call that another wild pitch that allows a run to score. Both teams have allowed a run to score on the wild pitch. 2-0 now is the count. Runner advances from second to third. This one hit hard, foul, and out of play. 2-1 now is the count. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at third. Coahoma up 5-3 here in the top of the third. That ball blocked up nicely that time by Cummings. As now the count will go 3-1. Jack has had to earn that scholarship behind the plate today, as he has been bouncing around all over the place. A few of them got away from him. 3-1 pitch. This one hit hard. Center fielder shades his eyes and will reel it in, but that will go for a sacrifice fly as the run will score. So a productive out there for Washington, his 3rd RBI of the day, as that will score Isler. 2 outs in the inning. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That is the ICC BSU. They beat Monday nights at 7:07. As this is Timms at the plate. Looks at that pitch low for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Timms. He struck out in the first inning. Takes a healthy chuck at that one. Misses. 1-1 now is the count to Timms. Breaking pitch, and again in that zone where you have to kind of wait and see what the umpire is going to call. He called it a strike that time. Tim's got that big leg kick when he gets loading up to hit the ball. 1-2 now is the count. This one ripped hard and pulled foul, and we'll stay at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Howell looking for the exit. Be an excellent time for his 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And instead, that pitch high and outside, couldn't get him to chase. 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. 6-3. Coahoma has tacked on 2 runs here. As reaches down, pops that one up. Shortstop's going to go back, shallow left field, and will make the play for the out, but not before 2 more runs added to the board. And Coahoma leading this one 6-3. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning for ICC. It'll be Cannon Graham, Will Cavness, and Brody Thompson due up. That breaking pitch, and again, it's up in that area where it can go either way, but that time being called a ball. Coahoma tacked on 2 runs in the top part of the inning. It was a run scored on a wild pitch, and then a sacrifice fly by Washington for his 3rd RBI of the day. Gives the Tigers a 6-3 lead here. That one hit hard, and it's going to get through for a base hit for Graham. That's what you got to do if you're the Indians. You just got to be patient.
For the Indians, number 27.
Just wait for a pitch that you can drive. Don't try to kill it. Don't need a home run in every at-bat. Just string together some hits and do what you just saw there off the bat of Graham, and now this will bring Cavness to the plate. He's going to show bunt, pulls back, and takes that one for a ball. Wow, like a pretty good pitch there. So the Indians catch a break. 1-0 is the count here to Cavness. He walked and scored a run. That pitch missing low for a ball. 2-0 is the count. He scored on a Brody Thompson RBI single back in the 1st inning. .20 is the count. Cavness looks at that pitch high and outside, and first time you've seen Ford kind of have a little bit of a hiccup, so he's going to step back and try to get refocused here. 3-0 count. You imagine Cavness will have the red light here. 3-0 pitch, and it's right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. That pitch foul back and came off the catcher, so good job by the umpire here coming up and taking some time to give him a chance to reset. And that's going to be in there for strike 3. So Cavness will go down looking at that one. Third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there. And now this will bring up Brody Thompson.
Brody Thompson.
So one out now. Thompson coming to the plate. Runner at first. Thompson had an RBI single in his only at bat so far. Breaking pitch, and that one, again, in that area that you just don't know what it's going to be called, and that time called a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Thompson, who's playing in right field. That pitch missing outside. 1-1 now is the count. This game's scheduled for 9. We're in the bottom of the third here in game 1. ICC's got some ground to make up here. And a little half-hearted toss over to first to keep the runner honest. The Indians have been aggressive on the bases, just haven't had very many people on there to be aggressive with. Kent has stole the base. 1-1 pitch. That one runs inside. 2-1 now is the count. Two 2-1 pitch. That one hangs up. Now the count goes 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runner at first here for the Indians, trailing by 3. This one popped up, and my goodness, that one is a major league pop-up as a shortstop. That was almost a 5 count before he reeled that one in for out number 2.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 6,
so
Jack Cummings.
Once again, the Indians struggling to figure out the mystery that is Bryson Ford. As he has kept the batters on their heels. It's a lot of breaking pitches. Not going to dominate you with speed, but does mix in a pretty good little fastball with all those breaking pitches when you don't expect it. That pitch fouled off for a strike. This is Jack Cummings at the plate. He walked with 2 outs in the first, but was left stranded. We're waiting the 0-1 pitch here. That one missing low. Snap throw down to first is not in time. So 1-1 now is the count here on Cummings. Indians trying to spark a 2-out rally. Something that they've kind of struggled with at times this season. That pitch called a strike, I agree, as Cummings did check his swing, but he's shaking his head, agreeing as well. 1-2 now is the count here on the catcher. So winning the 1-2 offering here, runner goes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and another clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout. Second of the inning there for Ford. And he was able to pitch around that leadoff single as ICC trails it 6-3 after 3 complete. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guarantee Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen, as this is going to be Gavin Belargin, a redshirt freshman out of Maine, coming in to pitch here for the Indians. We'll let him finish his warm-up tosses and come back with the top of the fourth right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back as we get set to start the top of the fourth inning here. ICC trailing it 6-3. New pitcher in the game here for the Indians is Gavin Belargin. He will replace Jack Howell. His first pitch missing for a ball. Jack will leave on the hook right now. He's hoping those ICC bats can come alive, as there's going to be a hard hit ball past a leaping third baseman, and that will go for a single to start the inning for Smith. He had that solo home run to start the second, and we'll start the top of the fourth with his second hit of the day. Third time out of 4 innings that Coahoma has got the leadoff runner on, and looking back at my stats, each time they've got that leadoff batter on, they have scored. So Belargin will have to dig in here with the runner at first and no outs. That one's going to be hit. Second baseman finds it. There's one. Can they get 2? Yes, they do. Go back and look at that one, as that was a 4-6-3 double play. Doesn't get much prettier than that. And just what the Indians needed there. Quickly now 2 away and erases the base runner. Belargin looks back at Graham, tips his hat and says thank you. This one ripped. The right fielder's going to let it drop in front of him. Thought he might have been able to run up and make the play on that one, but with that sun setting the way it is today, probably looked up and didn't want to take the chance of overplaying it. And so that'll go for the second hit, as that was Gregory Ford at the plate. Seventh hit of the game for the Tigers. ICC with only 3. This one popped up. First baseman covering his eyes, trying to find it, and will. So a nice job there by Belargin, able to come back and get out of the inning with no damage done, thanks to a Little Caesars double play, 4-6-3. As we'll take a break, let's hear from Little Caesars and be back with more right after this.
Hey, I'm gonna order some overpriced pizza.
Don't do that. Order Little Caesars' new Detroit-style slices and sticks for only $4.99.
You can have it all to yourself, human friend.
I'll take one.
Not a coat rack.
Me too.
I am a living, breathing deer.
I definitely want one.
Nice umbrella, bucko. Get new Detroit-style deep dish slices and sticks for $4.99. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Tyler Pickens.
Welcome back. Indians finally get a goose egg on the board out of the Tigers. They trail at 6-3 as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. 8-9-1 batters due up. As that pitch going for a ball, this is Tyler Pickens, who struck out swinging to end the first. Blisters this one down the line, but it's going to go foul, and so now the count will even up at 1-1. Pickens, Whitfield, and Gunn scheduled up here for the Indians. They trail this one 6-3. It was 3 runs in the first. ICC answered those 3 runs, and then a run in the second and 2 in the third. ICC went scoreless in both those innings despite having runners on base. 1-1 pitch. Beauty in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Well, Ford's doing a good job. He's given up 3 hits so far. That pitch, not a bad pitch, throwaway there. 2-2 now is the count. Two pitch, and that one missing outside. 3-2 now is the count. Three balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Pickens starting us off here in the bottom of the 4th. Hits this one, fouls it out of play to keep the at-bat alive here as we'll sit at 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and nobody on here. ICC trying to spark a rally, trailing Coahoma 6-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Nice at bat there by Pickens. Fouled off a couple of pitches, and then eventually draws the walk to start the inning here. Only the second inning that the Indians have got the leadoff batter on base. It was back in the 3rd, a single by Graham, but then he was left stranded over at first, so no outs and a runner at first. This is going to be Whitfield. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a ball. He popped up to second, who caught it in shallow center. I say shallow center, mid-center. Center fielder was there to make the play if needed. Now they're going to look Pickens back to first. First baseman wasn't even on the bag that time, so I don't know if it was a little bit of a miscue. So we'll sit at 1-0. Bunt is laid down to third. Only one play across the way and a nice stretch, but pulls him off the bag. An error on the third baseman will put runners at first and second now for the Indians. So ICC runners on first and second with no outs. Flip it to the top of the lineup here with Trey Gunn. Gunn representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 4th. First miscue of the afternoon by the Tigers. Can the Indians make them pay? So Gunn will dig in here. He's moved into that leadoff spot. He's going to show bunt. He lays it down. They're going to go to third, and it's in time. Smart play there over at first, as that'll be a fielder's choice, 1-5 on the putout of Pickens.
Number 9, Reed.
It was bunted to the third base side. You really would have liked to have gotten it down first to advance the runner in that situation. But a very high IQ play there by Ford. Not to panic. Knew he had time. Picked it up. threw it over and was able to get the out. So runners at first and second after that fielder's choice for the first out of the inning. And now this is going to be Reed Kent. Officially no at bat as he's walked and been hit by a pitch. He's also stolen a base and scored a run. Swings on the first pitch he sees, pops it up. Could be trouble as it's going to go back to the wall and it's going to be missed. And now there's going to be some confusion. And they're going to have to hurry up and get to third. The throw is not in time. Well, it looked like it was caught out there over the shoulder, so the runner went back thinking it was caught. Gunn quickly got him to head over to third, and luckily the throw was not on point, or that would have been an unfortunate out there for the Indians. But now ICC
Number 17, Madden
will
Butler.
have bases loaded and Madden Butler coming to the plate. But we're going to have a little quick conversation on the mound as the Coahoma coach is going to come out there and talk to Ford. So we'll take a quick timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Very brief meeting on the mound there for Coahoma. There's one out in the inning. Butler coming to the plate. Bases loaded here for the Indians. Bases loaded being brought to you by Max Home with locations here in Fulton and Sulligent, Alabama. If you're looking for a job, visit maxhome.com. Again, a breaking pitch in that area that you just kind of have to wait and see what the umpire wants to call it. 0-1 is the count. Butler dribbles one, and it's going to go foul. Big time break there for the Indians, as that one could have easily been a double play ball with the third baseman playing tight down the line there. So 1-1 now is the count here to Butler. He's playing at third base and is playing it well. He had a very impressive put out of Trey Williams as that pitch missing for a ball. That was to start the third inning. It was a slow roller in the infield, and he was able to come up, make a clean play on it, missile it across, and got him by a half a step. 2-1 pitch, fouls it back. 2-2 now is the count. Got a bit of a shift on over the left side of the field. The third baseman playing down the line. Left fielder is playing more towards the line versus the normal position they are in. So if he can get something down to the gap, could be trouble. Nice job finding a piece of that one and fouling it off that time by Butler. We'll stay at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded here for the Indians. Indians got to take advantage of here. That one almost like a cricket pitch. Bounced so hard in front of the plate, it bounced back in the strike zone. 3-2 now is the count. No place to put him here with bases loaded. 1 out here in the inning. Butler smashes this one, but foul and out of play, and we'll stay at 3-2. Just missed that one, did Butler. So the count will stay full here to Madden Butler. Bases loaded, the Indians trailing by 3. And Butler doesn't chase the high heat there, and he'll get one of the easiest RBIs of his career as he will draw a bases loaded walk. And the Indians will make it a 2-run contest now. As that walk will score Whitfield, who reached on the error. Now it's 6-4. Coahoma here in the bottom of the 4th. Bases will stay loaded here for the Indians with 1 out. And this will be Cannon Graham. Big, healthy swing and a miss there by Graham as he was trying to give the Indians a lead and then some with that swing. He grounded out to first but drove in a run back in the first inning. Single but was left stranded in the third. That pitch missing outside. 1-1 now is the count here to Graham. 1-1 pitch. This one ripped. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but no, it drifts foul. And 1-2 now is the count here on Cannon Graham. Indians get one on the board. Would love to get a crooked number back up here. They scored 3 in the first. 1-2 is the count. 1 out, bases loaded here. Graham at the dish. Graham rips one, but finds a piece of it, and it goes foul down the first base side. And so we'll sit at 1-2 once again. Wind picking up here at the ballpark, blowing out towards center field. 1-2 pitch. This one hit hard towards center field. Center fielder will go back. Should be good for a sacrifice fly here. Runners will try to advance, and they will. The throw to third is not in time. And so that will be a sacrifice fly off the bat of Cannon Graham. That drives in a run. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins as the ICC Wesley Foundation. Now there's 2 outs in the inning. As that one makes it a 6-5 contest. Runners on the corners now for the Indians. Breaking pitch, missing low for a ball. This is Will Cavness, who is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He walked and scored back in the first inning. Working with a 1-0 count. Takes a healthy chop at that one. Can't find it. 1-1 now is the count. That's one thing that's helping Ford be so effective today. One, his breaking pitches are breaking well. They're breaking sharp, but he can mix in that fastball that's not going to overwhelm you with speed, but keep you honest on everything else. We're waiting the 1-1 pitch. There it is, in there for strike 2, and so now they're going to try to get the runner in a rundown in this situation. The throw to home is in time, as ICC just couldn't force him into an error in that situation. And that is going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Actually, like Butler might have had a little bit of a limp when he came over to third base that time. 6-5 is your score. We played 4. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of, planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back as we move now to the top of the 5th inning. ICC able to get some runs on the board to make it a 1-run contest here after 4 complete. Did have bases loaded, but a good job by Ford to get out of that inning with minimum damage done, as ICC does put 2 on the board. It was a bases loaded walk to Butler and a ICC Wesley Foundation sacrifice fly by Graham that gets the 2 runs on the boards there for the Indians in the home half of the 4th. As this is Belargin, and that pitch missing for a ball. It'll be the 3-4-5 batters due up here. As this is Williams. He had a single, but then a beautiful play by Butler over at third. Took away an infield single for him back in the third. That's a big swing and a miss there. 1-1 now is the count. That pitch missing outside. 2-1 now is the count here to Williams. Williams, Massey, and Isler due up here in the top of the fifth. This game one scheduled for 9 innings. So that pitch missing outside. 3-1 now is the count. Three balls, one strike, no outs. This pitch popped back and out of play. Now the count will go full. 3-2. Williams playing out in right field. That's going to be a tough spot to play today. The sun bearing down on you out there in right field, and will continue to do so until it sets behind the press box here. Waiting the 3-2 pitch. This one popped up. Back and it'll get out of play. And we'll stay at 3-2. So waiting the 3-2 offering. That one's returned to center. That'll be a hit right back up the middle to start the inning for the Tigers. Well, another inning, the Tigers get the leadoff runner on. They've done it every inning except one. So that's the second hit of the day for Williams. Eight hits so far in the contest here for the Tigers. I'm going to toss over to first, not in time. Indians have 4 hits on the day. They ruled that pitch in there for a strike. They ruled that play for Whitfield a hit in the dugout. I called it an E5. I'm staying with my error on the play. Another toss over to first to make sure the runner staying honest over there. This is Massey. He's walked twice, scored on a wild pitch, was caught stealing to end the first. Indians keeping Williams honest over there at first base. Oh, 0-1 pitch. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at first here for the Tigers. Runner goes, and in time. Nice job there by Jack Cummings to mow down the runner in that situation. 1 out now. The count is 2-1 here to Massey. This one's fouled back off the netting, and we'll go 2-2 now. The count here on Massey. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And that one missing low and outside. Now the count will go full at 3-2. As we said, Massey has reached twice today on a walk. And he'll do it again. All 3 times that he's come to the plate, he has been patient and earned his way on. So now with 1 out, there will be a runner back on first base. And this will bring Isler to the plate. Popped up to short, singled and scored a run back in the 3rd inning, so he's 1 of 2 on the afternoon. That pitch missing outside. Great job by Jack that time, stretching out and finding it, not allowing the runner to advance on the pitch that time. 1-0 is the count, 1 out. Third baseman Isler at the plate. Jams him. This one's going to be a slow roller. Going to have to hurry. Can't find it. That's going to go for an infield single. It was just one of those that was off the fist that time, and second baseman couldn't get to it. Tried to barehand it and throw it over. Just put it out in no man's land, so that'll go for a hit. 9th of the game for the Tigers. And now Coahoma with runners at first and second with 1 out now, and this is trouble. The RBI machine of today coming to the plate. Washington had a 2-run single in the first and then a sacrifice fly in the third. He's got 3 RBI on the day. Takes that pitch for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to the catcher. That one in the dirt, blocked up nicely that time by Cummings. Runners unable to advance. 1-1 now is the count. Orientation day on campus, been a busy day. First orientation of the semester. Got tons of those if you're looking to be part of the ICC family. As there's a dribbler to the left side, and the third baseman will get in the way and will dodge it, but a nice play there by Kent to tag him out. Didn't force the throw with the runner at second, so that will be a fielder's choice. 6 unassisted on the putout of Massey, and the first time today that Washington has not driven in a run. So 2 outs now, runners still at first and second. But to finish that thought, if you've registered for classes, or excuse me, has registered to come to ICC, you have to sign up for orientation. It's free, as there's going to be a little flare out to the right side. Could be trouble. Right fielder, though, makes the play. A long run that time out in right field for Brody Thompson to catch the line out and keep the Tigers off the board. Visit visit iccms.edu/orientation. That's iccms.edu/orientation to sign up today. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum. I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Well, I only thought there was a Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen. Bryson Ford staying on the mound here as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Rightfully so. He has pitched well today. He's been able to pitch himself out of some trouble.
Coming up to bat for the Indians,
As
number 27, Will.
He's given up 5 hits. Actually 4 hits. The board shows 5, but that was an error the Indians reached on earlier. Breaking pitch outside for a ball, as this is going to be Cavness at the plate. 5, 6, 7 batters due up. Cavness 0 for 1 with the walk. He was on base whenever Kent got caught trying to steal grounder over to third, and it gets away. And so that will allow the runner to head to second. They're going to wave him over to third, as Coahoma not able to hustle over there that time. And that's going to be a 2-base error. They threw it into home without looking, and luckily West was covering, so That'll be an
Back
E5.
to the Indians. Number 4, Brody.
And the second error of the game. And that could prove to be costly now as the tying run is at third with no outs here. Can the Indians spark the bats here in the bottom of the fifth? This one's scheduled for 9. ICC's bats have been quiet. Only 4 hits to Coahoma's 9. Is that pitch? Again, in that area, it was a little bit further outside than normal, but in that area, call it the attic there, you just got to be careful. That one runs low and inside. It looks like Ford kind of speeding up out of his normal pace here, so behind the count 2-0. That pitch missing outside. Now the count goes 3-0 here to Brody Thompson. He had an RBI single back in the first. Popped up to short in the third. That pitch, he was holding off the whole time that time. 3-1 now is the count here to Thompson. Tying run at third here. Thompson finds a piece of it, but can't get solid contact. 3-2 now is the count. 3-2 pitch. Runs in high, and that'll be a walk. And now the Indians with runners on the corners and no outs. And this will be Jack Cummings coming to the plate.
The Indians, number 6, Jack Cummings.
Jack is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. He did walk back in the first inning. He's been a guy that's been coming up this season with some clutch moments. Does he have another one in his pocket here for the Indians? A chance to tie it in the bottom of the fifth. He shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a ball. 1-0 is the count. We talked about a Chamber of Commerce-like day today here at the ballpark. Imagine it might get a little chilly for some a little bit later on as we go throughout the evening. 1-0 is the count here to Cummings. He showed bunt in the last one. Swings on this one, fouls it off. 1-1 now is the count here to the catcher. Softball swept Coahoma yesterday. It was a perfect game, a combination of a perfect game in game 1. We'll talk more about that after the pitch here. 1-1 is the count. That pitch high for a ball. Or no. Called a strike. As we said, in that area that you just don't know what he's going to call. You saw a little bit of a delay strike call, so now the count goes 1-2. And now the umpire motioning towards the ICC side of the field. Ball gets away, and that's going to allow the tying run to score for the Indians. So ICC will tie it up on a pass ball. Runner does advance. And now the home plate umpire staring into the ICC dugout. So now the count is 2-2. Still no out here in the inning. Dribbler to the left side, shortstop gets it. He's going to try to go to third. There's no force in that situation, and that's going to be safe. So now the Indians will have runners on the corners here. Still no outs.
Coming up to bat for the Indians.
This will be Tyler Pickens coming to the plate.
Tyler Pickens.
Not before we have a meeting on the mound here by Coahoma, so let's take the time out with them and be back with more right after this.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, We're more than a bank, we're a community.
We do have a call to the bullpen here for Coahoma. So we'll try to get a number on him. It's going to be number 2, the new pitcher in the game. That is going to be Ashton Hall. He's a little bit from the area, a sophomore from Tishomingo County, from Iuka. So Ashton Hall taking the hill here for the Tigers. We'll take a break, let him get his warm-up tosses, and be back with more. 6-all is your score here. We're in the bottom of the 5th with no outs.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. New ball game here in Fulton. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on 1st and 3rd. New pitcher is Hall into the game. 6-6 is your score. So that will take Howell off the hook here for the Indians. The runners on the bases belong to Ford, so can't close the book on him just yet. This is Pickens at the plate. Swings on the first one, fouls it off. Strike 1. We talked about it. Ashton Hall, a sophomore right-handed pitcher out of Iuka, went to Tisch County. A couple of Tisch County guys. Trey Williams also out of Tisch. This one hit. Second baseman can't find it. Going to have to go. No, can't go to second with it. And ICC will take the lead. That one was tough. It was hit hard, but he did have enough time to recover. I'm going to have to call that an error. 3rd error of the game for Coahoma, and ICC takes the 7-6 lead. Ford with that run attached to him. Runner is safe at second. Still no outs here in the inning. Shows bunt. It's going to be a good sacrifice, though. The throw is up the line. It's going to get away. They're going to ask the run to score on the error, and they will, and ICC tacks on another run. So a sacrifice bunt turned into an error as the throw was well up the line to pull the first baseman off. It would have been in time. That is back-to-back errors, 4th of the game now for Coahoma, and ICC able to cash in. And now with runners on the corners, this will be Trey Gunn coming to the plate for the Indians. That pitch high for a ball. You go from Ford, who was predominantly breaking pitches, now to Hall, that's got a little bit of gas to his pitch. As that one missing again, 2-0 now is the count here to Gunn. Well, ICC has scored 3 here in the inning. That last run does close the book on Ford. 8-6 now, ICC with the lead here, bottom of the 5th. That time trying to take a little bit off of it to locate, didn't do so. Good eye by Gunn as now the count goes 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. And that's going to be a walk. So now the Indians will have bases loaded. Still no outs here in the inning, so ICC, boy, would love to get the merry-go-round turning here.
Number 9, Reed Kent.
And this is a guy that's got the ability to make the spin start spinning. Reed Kent, 1 for 1 of the day. He's been hit by a pitch, has walked, stole a base, and has been caught stealing. And he's also scored a run. Takes that first pitch high and outside for a ball. Apologize if we're having internet issues. We'll make a mark of that to talk to the TIS department. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now is the count. One ball, one strike, no outs. Bases loaded, being brought to you by Max Home here in Fulton. This one hit hard and past a diving second baseman. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and the Indians will have runners at second and third after Kent advances on the throw. A clutch RBI single there off the bat of Kent that pushes across 2 for the Indians.
Coming up to bat for the Indians.
Well, ICC cashed in on all 3 of the errors committed by the Tigers in this inning, as all 3 of those guys that reached scored the run. Butler absolutely tattooed that one. 2 runs came around to score, and now ICC leads it 10-6. That was the 6th hit of the game. Is that pitch a ball? This is Butler at the plate. He had a double, scored on a wild pitch back in the first inning. Hit the ball hard, but lined out to right to end the second. Listen to that pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Walked with bases loaded to drive in a run. That was in the 4th inning. And so now he's working with a 2-0 count here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners on second and third here for the Indians. Breaking pitch, missing. 3-0 is the count. Three balls, no strikes, no outs, and just couldn't hold off on that one. Would have been a strike call either way, but one of those Butler probably, I wouldn't say had the red light, but had the yellow light. Proceed with caution, if you will. So now 3-1 is the count here to Butler. And couldn't check, or did check his swing. That pitch called a strike. 3-2 now is the count. Again, it's been a very unique strike zone today for both teams, so at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Waiting the 3-2 pitch here. It runs inside, nearly hits him. And now bases will be loaded once again for the Indians. And this will be the 9th batter of the inning coming to the plate here, and Cannon Graham.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 7, Cannon Graham.
He had a sacrifice fly in the 4th, a single in the 3rd, grounded out to first, but drove in a run in the 1st inning. Still no outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 9th batter of the inning here for the Indians. That pitch, nice frame job there by Washington, as that one was in the other batter's box and reeled back in that time, and home plate umpire bit on it, so kudos to Washington on the frame job. That pitch high and outside, 1-1 now is the count. Well, this is game 1. We're scheduled for 9 innings here. Game 2 will follow, scheduled for 7. We'll have that here on the ICC Sports Network. And another nice frame job by Washington, because he's not been calling those strikes all day today, unless he's decided to open up his strike zone here. With no outs and bases loaded for the Indians, they've put 5 on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. And if you're Graham, you've got to chase that. Those last couple of strikes have been called on the banks of the river, if you will. So 1-2 is the count here. Bases loaded for the Indians, being brought to you by Max Home. Awaiting the 1-2 pitch here. And that one fouled back, and we'll stay at 1-2. Let's talk about some of our other sponsors. Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Bank Okolona, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Samstown Market in Manatee, the ICC Wesley Foundation, and your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance agent, Brandon Poland, all proud to sponsor today's action here on the ICC Sports Network. Graham went down awkward after that last one. Umpire gave him a chance to catch himself. Coach Lott coming out to check on him. He says he's good as the count now goes 1-2. This one popped up left side. Left fielder will come in. It's going to be shallow. They're going to test his arm. The throw is going to be up the line, and ICC will get a sac fly and add another run to the board. Well, nice job there. Second time today that Graham has come in that situation with the sacrifice fly. That one being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 27.
Reminding you the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That is the ICC BSU. As now there is one out in the inning. Runners at first and second, and this will be the guy that started the inning, Will Cavness, who reached on an error. Pops this one back and out of play for strike one. Indians have put 6 runs on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. They lead it 11-6 now. Got runners at first and second with one out after that sacrifice fly. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count here to Cavness. He scored on a pass ball earlier this inning. Dribbles that one off foul, and we'll stay at 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second here for the Indians. They're up in this one 11-6. That pitch, not a bad spot to miss. Had a pitch to kind of waste right there. Couldn't get Cavness to chase. 1-2 now is the count. Wind picking up now, blowing out towards right center. That one in the dirt gets away, and runners will be able to advance. And thought about coming home as the pitcher wasn't really catcher wasn't hustling back to the ball, but elected not to force the issue there. So runners advance as the count goes 2-2. Great RBI opportunity here for Cavness. Something down to the outfield. Could score 2 here for the Indians. That one hit hard, but what a play over at third. The throw across the way is in time. It will score the run, but my goodness, that one was tattooed down the line, and a great job over there at third base by Isler to get the out
Coming
there.
up to bat for the Indians, number 4, Brody Thompson.
So that will be a RBI ground out, 5-3. That scores the run. Now the Indians have doubled up. The Tigers here with a 7-run inning. That pitch in there for a strike. This is Brody Thompson, 1 for 2 on the day with a single. He's got an RBI. He walked earlier this inning and scored a run. So he will try to extend this inning here with a 2-out hit. That pitch missing outside. 1-1 now is the count to Thompson. 1 ball, 1 strike. There are 2 outs. Runner at third. That's Madden Butler. Ball in the dirt, blocked up. 2-1 now is the count. This is the 11th batter of the inning here for the Indians. Been an inning plagued by errors for the Tigers. ICC cashed in on all those errors with guys scoring. So that pitch missing. 3-1 now is the count. They also scored on a pass ball. Tigers committed 3 errors in that inning. And all 3 of those runs came around for ICC. 3-1 now is the count. That one runs inside, so that'll be a walk, and now the Indians will have runners on the corners with 2 outs. Well, here's the thing. Indians have only had 2 hits here in this inning. I was not paying attention, so they got the rundown working over there as the throw to second and the throw home.
Number 6, Jack.
So ICC caught everyone napping there, including myself. But they do get the run on the board. Thompson drew the throw and will end up at second. And now this will be Jack Cummings. That one in the dirt. Ball gets away, but not far enough to allow the runner to advance in that situation. Well, I just learned that I can't just glance down at my scorebook as ICC scores the 8th run of the inning to now go up in this one 13-6. Set pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. Will Bunch checking in. You are correct, sir. Indians getting it rolling here with 8 runs so far in the inning. This one's fouled off. Now the count will go 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Runner at second here. 12th batter of the inning for the Indians. And so the pitcher's going to have to step off, and that's going to be a pitch clock violation, but he did. So 2-1 pitch. This one hit hard up the middle, and this is going to score another run as the hits just keep coming here for the Indians. And ICC now takes a 14-6 lead. Second hit of the inning for Cummings.
Number 28, Tyler Pickens.
And this will bring Tyler Pickens to the plate. Tyler reached on an error and scored in this inning. So he will dig in here. He's walked and also struck out. And now he's going to be hit by a pitch as he shakes that one off. And he will head down to first. And now runners at first and second here for the Indians.
Coming up to bat for the Indians.
And this will bring
number 12,
Daniel Whitfield. He laid down a sacrifice bunt but reached on a throwing error. Eventually came around to score. He also reached on an error back in the third and scored. And he popped up to shallow center, was recorded out by the second baseman. That pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count here. This is Hall on the hill. He came in to relieve Ford. As there's going to be a chopper. Foul down the third base side. 1-1 now is the count. .14th batter of this inning for the Indians. 1-1 pitch. Runs inside. 2-1 now is the count. We just eclipsed the 2-hour mark on the broadcast. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in here as the throw will end up in center field and the runners will advance in that situation. Another error here in the inning. As that allows the runners to advance on the throw that got away. This one hit hard up the middle, and this is going to score 2 more for the Indians. Timely hits here with 2 outs for ICC has been clutch. So a 2-run single off the bat of Whitfield, and we may have a pitching change here for the Tigers. Indians have scored 11 here in the inning. They're now up 16-6. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have the call to the bullpen here, as this will be number 13 for Coahoma. I've got that as Hunter Kohlinger. He's out of Alcorn Central coming in to pitch, a freshman right-hander. We'll take a break and let him take his warm-up tosses and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Trey Gunn coming to the bat for the second time this inning. 15th batter the Indians have sent to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. Gunn thought about it, held off for ball 1. There is a runner at first here for the Indians. Kohlinger on the heel here. Gunn walked and scored a run in his first appearance this inning. Took a big, healthy swing at that one, missing 1-1 now is the count. So far in this inning, ICC has 5 hits. The Tigers have committed 4 errors. Indians have pushed across 11 runs. 1-1 pitch, missing low and outside. 2-1 now is the count. So waiting the 2-1 offering here. Instead will be a half-hearted toss over to first. We'll stay at 2-1 with Gunn at the dish. Gunn is 0 for 3. Did reach on a fielder's choice and score a run in the 4th inning. As he pops this one up, left fielder is going to come charging in, and will find it. A long run and will make the out, but not before the Indians hang 11 on the board. 11 runs on 5 hits, 4 errors, and 1 left on base. Big inning for the Indians. See if they can keep it rolling defensively here, as we'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 6th inning. ICC scores 11 in the bottom of the 5th to go up in this one 16-6. It'll be Smith, Baker, and Ford scheduled up here. In trouble on the plate right now. Landon Smith 2 for 2 with a solo home run on the day. Is that pitch missing low and outside? 2-0 now is the count. Ballinger on the bump here for the Indians. Got a lot of help from his teammates in that last inning to put 11 on the board. But now falling behind quickly, 3-0 here to Smith, who is playing at second base. And 4 pitches, and that'll be a walk. Not what the Indians were looking to start the inning with, especially after putting 11 runs on the board there in the bottom half of that inning. So now this will be Baker coming to the plate. He grounded into a beautiful 4-6-3 Little Caesars double play in his last at bat. He lined out on a great running catch out in left field by Whitfield. As that pitch, not know where it missed there, but the umpire didn't like it. So 1-0 is the count. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Runner at first here for the Tigers. Carbon copy, maybe a little bit faster that time by Gavin. 1-1 now is the count. So waiting the 1-1 pitch here. This one popped up. Infield, first baseman calling everyone off and will squeeze it for the out. Well, a nice job there by Ballinger to come back and get that routine pop-up after walking the first batter. So now with 1 out and a runner at first, we flip it back to the top part of the lineup, and this is Ford. Ford is 2 for 3 on the day. He's got a single, a double. He's also struck out looking. That pitch over for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Ford. He's playing in left field. He had that nice long run to end the previous inning. There's going to be a foul ball, and just foul as he poked it down the line that time. Foul by about 8 inches. 0-2 now is the count. Before stepping out and stretching a little bit here in this situation. Got an 0-2 count with one out and a runner at first. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Doesn't get away. Nice job there by Cummings to block it up and keep it in front of him. That was a big looping pitch that almost like it did a barrel roll towards the end. Cummings blocked that one up and kept the runner at first. 1-2 now is the count. That pitch just a bit outside. 2-2 now is the count here. 2-4. Been a solid leadoff guy today for the Tigers. 2-2 pitch, and there's strike three. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout. That's the first of the game for Ballinger. Second time that 4 goes down looking at strike three. So now 2 outs and a runner at first. This is going to be West at the plate. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. So he's going to be trying to spark the bats here with 2 outs in the inning. Nice little off speed there. Got it way ahead of that one. 0-1 is the count here to West. He's playing shortstop this afternoon. Looks at that pitch low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at first. We're in the top of the 6th. ICC leading at 16-6 after an 11-run bottom of the 5th inning. That pitch runs up high. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch on its way. Man. Again, it's just pitches today that have been called strikes and then called balls and then just don't know what to attack as a pitcher as that pitch is missing low. And now a 2-out walk will put runners at first and second here for the Tigers. Second time today that West has drawn the walk. So now this will bring up Trey Williams as he has been a tough out today. It took a very nice play by the third baseman, Madden Butler, to get him out in the 3rd. He was caught stealing in the 5th, but has singled twice and has scored once. Umpire broke up that conversation. And so Williams, the right fielder, will get set to dig in here. Breaking pitch slides in there that time for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to Williams. That one missing low. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. 1-1 pitch, and that one, what a play by Cummings just to keep that one in front of him. But a coaching opportunity there for Williams because that one almost hit the bat. And if it did, it would have been a foul ball and strike 2, but instead, Cummings coming up with an impressive play to keep runners at first and second. Waiting the 2-1 offering here. This one popped up. Right fielder's going to come charging in. Second baseman, though, will make the play. And the Indians get out of the inning with no damage done after a pair of walks. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. letsgoicc.com, and letsgoicctv.com. Your front row seat for all things ICC.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the sixth inning.
Number 9, 3.
ICC is up in this one 16-6. They'd love to pick up some insurance runs to possibly have that run rule here in game one. And of course, we talk about those insurance runs. We got to talk about your Itawamba County State Farm insurance agent, Brandon Poland, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. Appreciate everything Brandon does, not only for ICC, but the surrounding areas as well. Is that pitch missing for a ball? That one does as well. Kent, Butler, and Graham scheduled up here in the bottom of the sixth inning. That's going to be chopped foul. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Kent starting us off here in the bottom of the sixth. Pops this one up left side. It's going to drift in foul territory and will get out of play, and that'll go for strike 2. Nice chase given that time by the third baseman. Isler just ran out of real estate there on the left side. So now the count will go 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. And they're going to say, did he go? And they're going to say he did. Or did the home plate umpire call a strikeout? Either way, it is going to be a Renaissance Bank strikeout to start the inning. First of the game for Kohlinger. Might be one of those, if it wasn't a 16-6 game, probably would have called that a check swing, but this close to a run rule game, the umpires might be trying to speed things up a little bit as that pitch missing low for a ball. As this is Madden Butler. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a double, scored on a wild pitch, drew a bases loaded walk in the 4th, walked and scored a run, part of that 11-run 5th inning, and he's quickly ahead in the count now 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Butler looks at that one. Nips the edge. 2-1 is the count. As I said, in that area where kind of just have to pause for a second to see what the umpire is going to call here. But he's been that way for both teams. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask. This one hit hard. Nice diving effort by the shortstop. That will go for a single by Butler. That was just a heck of an effort over there at short by West just to knock that one down.
Number 7, Cannon Graham.
So now Cannon Graham will come to the plate. Cannon's had 2 sacrifice flies today. He's got 3 RBI on the game and only 1 hit. So he'll dig in with 1 out and a runner at first. Pitch called a ball. Again, in that area, you got to kind of wait and see. 1-0 is the count here to Graham. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. He started an absolute beautiful double play. It went 4-6-3 back in the fourth inning. The ball was tattooed, made a running stop, jumping throw, and the Indians were able to turn 2 in that situation. That pitch missing low for a ball. The home plate umpire pointed at the guy at second base as the umpire, and he looked in the outfield. As in, he didn't go. So 2-1 is the count. This one jams him, fouls it off, and we'll go to 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC scores 11 in the 5th to go up in this one 16-6 here. Game 1 of 2 this afternoon in Fulton. That pitch a little high. 3-2 now is the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Graham at the dish. Butler is at first. Graham chases one. First base is not open in that situation. Runner will advance on the pass ball. So that will go for a Renaissance Bank strikeout.
Coming up to bat for the Indians, number 27, Will Cavanis.
So runner advances to second now. This will bring Will Cavanis to the plate. He grounded out back in that 11-run 5th, but did drive in a run. He reached on an error to start that inning, scored on a pass ball. So he swings on the first pitch he sees, and that's going to drop for a base hit. They're going to ask Butler to score from second, and he will. And there's the insurance run the Indians were looking for. So an RBI single.
Indians, number 4, Brody Thompson.
Second RBI of the day for Cavanis. And now this will bring Brody Thompson to the plate. There is 2 outs in the inning, a runner at first. The Indians have gotten some clutch 2-out hits as Thompson has walked in his last 2 at-bats. Takes that pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Had an RBI single in the first, popped up to short in the third, walked and scored a run in the 5th, walked and probably scored a run again in the 5th. Kind of lost track of my scoring after the Indians sent 15 batters to the plate in the 5th inning. That pitch high for a ball. Yes, he did score 2 runs in that inning. So now 2-0 is the count here to Thompson. Now he's looking at a 3-0 count. Indians up in this one 17-6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that one's going to miss. So now the Indians will have runners at first and second with 2 outs after a walk.
Bryson Jackson.
And so we'll have a new batter coming in here, as this will be Bryson Jackson coming in to bat in place of Jack Cummings, who had a nice day at the plate, but has been extremely busy behind the plate. As Jackson comes into bat for the first time. Cummings was 2 for 3 on the day. Had a pair of singles, drove in a run, scored 2 runs. He also walked and struck out. So Jack getting a well-deserved rest here. And what has been a very slow-paced game 1. Our Guaranteed Bank opening pitch was at 2:02. It's now 4:27, so almost 2.5 hours. Is that pitch missing low for a ball here to Jackson. So 1-0 is the count here to Jackson. Runners at first and second for the Indians with 2 outs. Jackson looks at that pitch. It's outside for ball 2. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Bottom of the 6th, ICC leading 17-6 here over Coahoma. That one hit hard, and it's fair. This should score 2 more for the Indians, and that's going to go for a double off the bat of Jackson, and ICC adds 2 more to the board. A pinch hit double there. An extra base hit from Metro Ford. Drives in 2 more for ICC. And looks like we may have another Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen. We'll take a break and find out who the new pitcher is right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I like to teach the world to sing. Sing with me. Perfect harmony, perfect harmony. I like to buy the world a book and keep it company. It's the real thing. I like to teach the world to sing. To perfect harmony, perfectly. And I'd like to buy the world a coat and keep it company. It's the real thing. What the world wants today is the real thing. What the world wants today is the real thing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 19-6 is your score. After that double off the bat of Jackson, who is pitch hitting for Jack Cummings. New pitcher in the game here for Coahoma is number 44, Clayton Hintz. He is a right-handed freshman out of Batesville, Mississippi, went to North Delta Academy. Indians will also have a new batter at the plate, as it will be Houston Green coming to bat when we come back after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Houston Green.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Houston Green coming to the plate for the first time here in Game 1. 2 outs and a runner at second. And Clayton Hintz taking the hill here, the 4th pitcher of the day for the Tigers. Thought about it, held off. Ball 1 here to Houston Green. This is the 8th batter of the inning here for the Indians. Another long inning for the Indians. Green thought about it. Couldn't pull the trigger on that one. 1-1 now is the count. No, excuse me, this is the 7th batter of the inning for the Indians. 1-1 is the count. Swings on that one, slow roller. Third baseman finds it. Throw across the way is in time for the out. 5-3. Nice play over there by Isler to end the inning, but not before the Indians put 3 more runs on the board. off of 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll take a timeout and come back with the top of the 7th. ICC leading it in this one by the score of 19-6.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
We do have a Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen here for the Indians. Hayden Smith will enter to pitch here in the top of the 7th. He is a 6'4", 210-pound freshman out of Hernando, Mississippi, went to Magnolia Heights. As we'll take a quick break and let him take his warm-up tosses and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Hey, I'm gonna order some overpriced pizza.
Don't do that. Order Little Caesars new Detroit-style slices and sticks for only $4.99.
You can have it all to yourself, human friend.
I'll take one.
Not a coat rack.
Me too.
I am a living, breathing deer.
I definitely want one.
Nice umbrella, bucko. Get new Detroit-style deep dish slices and sticks for $4.99. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Behind the plate for your Indians, number 14, Bryson Jackson.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the top of the 7th inning here. ICC leading at 19-6 in game 1. As Hayden Smith, the new pitcher, on the hill here for the Indians, and he'll be greeted by John Wyatt Massey. He's been at the plate 3 times today, and he has walked all 3 times. He scored once on a wild pitch. He was thrown out 1-4-5, trying to steal to end the first. That one runs inside. 2-0 now is the count here to Massey. Right now, if you're Smith, just take a deep breath. Come in and throw strikes. Trust your guys behind you. That's what Gavin did in his outing. He came out, allowed the defense to make the plays behind him, and then the bats erupted for 11 runs in the bottom of the 5th to give him a little bit of a cushion. That pitch missing. 3-0 now is the count here to Massey. Wish I had the stats in front of me to see how many times Massey has walked, because he does not really have a hitter mentality, or hasn't today. And there's nothing wrong with that. You get on base, give your team some opportunities, as like we're going to have a quick meeting on the mound here just to kind of get Smith kind of refocus. We'll keep it here since we've taken you to some breaks already today. As runner at first, there is no outs here in the inning, as this will bring up J.R. Isler to the plate. He is 2 for 3 on the day. He doubled in the 3rd and scored a run, or excuse me, singled in the 3rd, scored a run, had a single in the 5th, and then popped up to short back in the 1st inning. So he is bringing a hot bat to the plate, as he and Williams, Smith, and Ford, all with 2 hits on the day. 9 total for the Tigers. been the errors that have really haunted the Tigers. Is that pitch missing for a ball? So 5 pitches and none of them finding the zone here. So 1-0 is the count, and that one missing. But right now, if you're Coahoma, you just put the bat on your shoulder and wait for him to throw a couple of strikes. 2-0 is the count here to the third baseman. Runner at first with no outs. So 3-0 now is the count here to Isler. So 3 balls, no strikes, no outs, runner at first. Don't imagine JR be swinging in this situation. He isn't, and that one in there for a strike. 3-1 now is the count. Nice job there by Smith to get refocused and find the zone. So now waiting the 3-1 offering. Swinging and a miss. 3-2 now is the count here on Isler. So nice job by Hayden to battle back here, see if he can find a Renaissance Bank strikeout. Awaiting the 3-2 pitch. This one's going to be hit hard, and it's going to be foul down in the corner. And we'll stay at 3-2. Nice job that time by Isler to find a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive. 3-2 is the count. No outs. Runner at first. We're in the top of the 7th here in Game 1. Indians up in this one 19-6 behind an 11-run 5th inning. Then the Indians tacked on 3 more behind it as that one runs inside and hit him. That one might have got him in the chin or face area. Hopefully he is okay, as the coaches are going to come in and check him out and talk to him in this situation. Trainer will come out as well. Let's take a break.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, as it appears that Isler is okay. The trainers come out and look at him and talk to him there, and hopefully it's one of those that just barely got him. As he is over there at first, he's asking for a drink of water. Coach Lott is out talking to the home plate umpire in this situation, maybe making a Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen. So it was a walk and a hit by pitch. It was a nice job by Smith. Fell behind 3-0 in the count. Got a couple of swinging strikes, but just couldn't get that third one in there as it just ran high and inside and hit the batter. And looks like Coach Lott is going to go out and talk to his pitcher in this situation. So let's take the time out with him and be back with more.
Hey, I'm gonna order some overpriced pizza.
Don't do that. Order Little Caesars new Detroit-style slices and sticks for only $4.99.
You can have it all to yourself, human friend.
I'll take one.
Not a coat rack.
Me too.
I am a living, breathing deer.
I definitely want one.
Nice umbrella, bucko. Get new Detroit-style deep dish slices and sticks for $4.99. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. All sorts of confusion going on right now, but the Indians do make a call to the bullpen, as this looks like this is going to be Brody Thompson coming in to pitch.
Brody Thompson.
So that means we'll have a new right fielder, and the right fielder for the Indians is Houston Green. So Houston Green will move to right field. Brody Thompson will come into pitch here, as this is a Guaranteed Bank call to the bullpen. We'll be back with more right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, brother, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as Thompson is the new pitcher in the game here for the Indians, so he'll be moving from right field to pitch. His first pitch is going to be popped up, backing out of play for strike one. Houston Green is the new right fielder for the Indians. We've got runners at first and second, no outs here. As that pitch low and inside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. This one popped up. Second baseman will camp underneath it. Infield fly rule in effect there. But a nice job there by Thompson coming in and getting the out. One away now. Runners stay at first and second. And this will be Timms coming to the plate. So he'll dig in with one out. Swings at the first one, fouls it back, and that one's off his foot, and that one hurts. 0-1 is the count. Connor down around kind of my part of the world, more the Steve Diffie part of the world. Down in Grenada, went to Kirk Academy. Listed as a utility player, he's a freshman. So 0-1 after that foul ball. Pops this one up, it's out of play. Now the count will go 0-2 here to Timms. One out, we're in the top of the seventh inning. ICC leading at 19-6. This one hammered, but it's out of play as well. So we'll go 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second. That pitch runs high. 1-2 now is the count. So waiting the 1-2 pitch here. That one goes high. Ball gets away. Runners will advance on the wild pitch. So Coahoma not going quietly into the evening here. As they need 4 to push this one. As that's going to be a fly ball to the center fielder. He deked him for a second. And now the throw will be long, but a nice job there by Thompson backing up the catcher. Good job out there in center field by Trey Gunn, as he kind of acted like he was going to reel that one in early. The third baseman jumped, but a good job by the third base coach to reel him back in. And that confusion kind of cut down on the ability to tag up the run. So now with 2 outs, here comes trouble in Landon Smith. And Landon Smith keeps doing Landon Smith things. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and that will go for a Metro Ford double off the bat of Smith, and he is just a triple away from hitting for the cycle here in the game. Indians hope they don't have the opportunity to see him again in game 1. As there's a runner at second. Indians up in this one 19-8 here in the top of the 7th. This is Baker at the plate. That pitch across for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here. Baker was robbed of an extra base hit on a nice running catch out in left field by Whitfield. Then he was robbed of a base hit on a nice 4-6-3 Little Caesars double play. That was in the 4th. And then he popped up to first. That was back in the 6th inning. 2-1 is the count. Now it's 3-1. Now he does represent that extending the inning run here for Coahoma in the top of the 7th. 3-1 pitch. Misses, gets away, runner will advance. Called it a dead ball, got in the padding, and so they did give him third base. And so that will be a walk issued, and now we're going to send it back to the top part of the lineup. And Gregory Ford, and he's trouble. He's got a single and a double. He has struck out twice today, though. Takes a healthy chop at that one, missing for strike 1. Softball played Coahoma yesterday. They swept them. Lizzie Meeks and umpire called time and then checked with the infield umpire. Said it just gave him a thumbs up. I don't know what they were calling there. But Lizzie Meeks and Ramsey Montgomery combined for a perfect game in game 1. So that's going to be a foul ball down the line. Boy, thank goodness, too, because that one would have scored the 2 that Coahoma's looking for. So now 0-2 is the count. Montgomery got the win. She went 4 innings. She also set the single-season strikeout record. I think she had 8 in that game. She had 167 coming into it. So that pitch missing outside. 1-2 now is the count. So if my math is mathing right, she's got 175 on the season. To continue to build on that is there's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman's going to come up, get it, toss it over, and get the out. 4-6 to retire 4. And that will do it. We'll take a break, come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report as ICC wins this one by the final score of 19-8. Back with more right after this.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Welcome back to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins it 19-8 here in 7 innings. As we'll take and look back at some of the Little Caesars highlights from game 1 here and talk about some stats. Your final line in this one, ICC, 19 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. For Coahoma, it was 8 runs, 10 hits, 5 errors, and boy, those 5 errors loom large. 4 of those coming in that 11-run 5th inning for ICC. So the Indians improved to 21-15 overall. improved to 8-7 to keep those playoff hopes alive. And then Coahoma, they fall to 9-26, 2-15 in conference play. Mathematically kind of out of the chase now, officially, are the Tigers. For ICC, it was Reed Kent with 2 hits. He had a pair of singles, drove in 2 runs. He also walked and was hit by a pitch. Madden Butler had 2 hits. He had a double and a single, scored 2 runs. He walked twice, one of those with bases loaded. Then you look down the line, Cannon Graham had 2 sacrifice flies, so he went 1 for 3 on the day with a single and 2 RBIs and a run scored. Will Cavanis, he had 2 RBIs. He grounded out in that 11 run 5th inning and had a single that drove in a run in that inning as well. He scored 2 runs when he walked back in the first. Brody Thompson was 1 for 2 on the day, drew 3 walks, scored all 3 times that he reached on those walks. He drove in a run in the first with a single. Then it was Jack Cummings. He was 2 for 3 on the day with 2 runs scored, an RBI, 2 singles. He did walk. Jackson had 1 at bat, and it was a good one, a 2-run double. Tyler Pickens on the day was 0 for 1. He walked, reached on an error and hit by a pitch. And then you had Whitfield, who reached twice on errors and had a 2-run single, part of that 11-run 5th inning. The winning pitcher today was Gavin Ballinger, as he will get the win here in Game 1. The pitcher of record for the Tigers was Bryson Ford. Boy, he did a great job today, just eventually kind of ran out of gas there in the 5th inning. For the Tigers, Ford had 2 hits. He had a double and a single. Trey Williams had a pair of singles. John Watt Massey walked in all 4 of his appearances. Isler had 2 hits. Washington had a 2-run single. And Landon Smith had a nice day, 3 for 3 with a walk. He had a home run, so he had an RBI and a run scored. He also singled and doubled, so he was a triple away from the cycle there in Game 1. As that's going to do it here, ICC wins the first game of the day by the final score of 19-8 in 7 innings. It was a game that went 2 hours and 49 minutes unofficially here in the broadcast booth. We'll take a break and be back in about 30 minutes with Game 2 here between ICC and Coahoma. We'll see you then here on the ICC Sports Network.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled me over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.